Welcome back to the rest of the story. As the intro says, well, it's the end of the day, and it's, dare I say it, been kind of pleasant outside. And, well, I figured you guys would kind of appreciate a little bit of change of pace. I'm doing a little bit of work with the, I'm doing a lot of a little bit of work with the Skidsteer tonight, and it was right before the sun was going down, so I took advantage of it and threw the camera up on my handy dandy heavy duty magnetic mount I got, custom made by our friend from the south, and was able to get some shots here of moving some snow, moving some bales, and moving my bale carrier, and destroying a fodder bale. At least I'm pretty sure I got that included in here. So, how's everybody doing tonight? How did everybody handle the time change and losing an hour, as so many people have told me they are dreading? Honestly, I'm pretty well immune to it. And for this time of year, I mean, I'm talking to you guys right now, the time change is going to be in like an hour. So, it's like, what, 1 o'clock in the morning? It's, what, 2:30 in the morning is when it changes, I think. So, yeah. Just running behind trying to get bills paid and computer work done. I tell you what, guys, it seems like I could sit in front of my computer for 24 hours and I still wouldn't get caught up in all the videos and pictures and everything else. I do have a bunch of pictures from years past. I know I did a throwback video a while back. I was asked again to see if I couldn't find any more pictures. I did find a significant stash a little while back. It had a few hundred pictures in it. Not from too long ago. I mean, pictures from my childhood are completely out of reach. My hard drive that had any of those from like back when I was in middle school and like my freshman, sophomore year of high school, those hopes are officially dashed. My hard drive that I had it on, it was an independent hard drive. It died. I did a last ditch effort. I did some surgery actually on it. And there's my phone. I did a little bit of surgery on it. I went and bought a bunch of special parts and tools to try to save it. And unfortunately, those pictures of my past are gone. So the pictures that I did find again are from like 2010, 11, 12, I think 13. A lot of the earlier stuff when Brittany and I first started dating too. So there's some earlier pictures that Brittany helped me milk. So I'm not really being too rough on this bale feeder. We tend to do this quite a bit actually, and moving the bale carrier with Bobcat isn't nearly as rough as pulling bales off of it with the 76 and the bale tines, because what happens is that you'll get the bale tines underneath these bars here trying to pick up a bale, and then you pick up the whole bale carrier with the 76 with the full load of bales on it. I really don't like doing that. I kind of shudder at that just because if you guys saw my last video? Might have been a video or two ago where the tines are bent. Doing stuff like that is what bends those tines. You can see playing with corn fodder. Our friend Ethan stopped the other day, and people are starting to comment that here and there about the different terminology and how we talk around here. I mean, this is Southwest Wisconsin. I really don't. Well, it's just the way I was raised as far as different terms and how we refer to different things. Ethan made the comment. He's from eastern Wisconsin, and he didn't know, or it wasn't until he started watching our channel, that you could call corn stalk bales other than exactly that. We call corn stalk bales corn fodder. I don't know why. It's just something we have always called them, is they're corn fodder bales. Back when we used to make the corn stacks, or the stacks, it was just that. It was just stacks. So right here, this has probably been my biggest dilemma this whole winter, is these fodder bales. Yeah, that's right, fodder bales. Behind the corner, or the silo bunk down here, they got all that rain on them and snow, and basically I have about 20 to 25 bales there that are pretty much just a solid chunk of corn fodder. And because of this little warm up we had here in the last 2 days and a little bit of rain. I mean, the rain is supposedly, it wasn't, it was after this video. At least I was able to kind of rip out a few of these bales here. You can see this one I completely destroy. I mean, I don't think there's any net wrap left on it once I get it out. As a matter of fact, I know I don't, because I go dump it in the shed. But it is the struggles, I guess, of making it through winter on a beef and grain farm in southwest Wisconsin. I imagine twine is just as bad. I've never been around twine. Round bales have been wrapped in twine. I've always been around net wrap my whole life. We've been doing net wrap since before I was old enough to really to do the round baling. That is a job. Round baling is a job that generally I do. It just takes a lot of, depending on the material you're making and everything else like that, as far as being able to get the net wrap to work properly. Depending if the hay is too wet, the moisture content, or whatever else, and it can give you a headache where you're in and out of that tractor way too many times in a single day. And I actually do enjoy making bales. I don't really see us doing big square bales anytime soon. We don't have the storage for them. We don't have the tarps. We're not going to make the investment into buying a bunch of tarps or anything else like that. Round bales, our operation is set up to work round bales, so that's what we're doing. And on another note, I guess I can throw it into this video unless I have to do a separate video about it. I was asked here just not too long ago about these smaller bales we made with Krone. Now, my opinion goes just as far as the bales themselves. I don't have any complaints about running that Krone round baler, because honestly, that Krone baler we ran, I was skeptical about running that chain slat design it had on it. Worked really, 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 really well, and we didn't have any issues with it other than the first bale that we made because the net wrap just wasn't engaged. I mean, it was just a setup issue that we overlooked, and I was really happy with the consistency in the bales through that baler. The only thing about these 4x5s, I believe they are, or 5x5s, really should get a measuring tape out and check these again. Our John Deere 566, I make 5x6 bales. They are 5 feet across and 6 feet tall. I mean, they're pretty well eye level with me when I stand next to them. These bales, I'd say they're probably at best 5x5s. I mean, forgive me for not being able to remember the size of the bales. I mean, we made these how long ago? The only problem is that there's nothing wrong with them as far as the bale themselves, just that it's in the name. They don't have as much material in them, and it's really not that big of an issue having to feed more bales more frequently throughout the winter. I mean, that's basically just the gear we're in right now for this time of year is we are taking care of livestock. We're keeping the snow plowed and everything else, but we're taking care of the livestock and we're working on some machinery. Because of the weather starting to thaw things out, it's looking at the middle of March, the end of March. The goal is that we'll probably be working on the corn planter here within a month, less than a month, probably before the end of the month. And we're going to start working on more machinery. So things are going to start getting a little bit more busy around here, which I'm sure everybody else that is watching the rest of the story is looking forward to, because I'm with the rest of you. I'm getting bored just doing the same thing day in and day out. I mean, that's why the videos just really don't have as much content as I do the rest of the year, or the other 9 months out of the year. So, and moving hay is probably going to start being a thing now, because we got most of the hay out at my brother's place fed up, and that's why I'm moving these bales right now. The quality is great. I mean, they look a little dirty on the face, but that's just from a little bit of contact they had with the ground. And the cows eat them right up like it's candy. So there's really nothing wrong there. It's just a little bit of moisture they collect from being face down since August, September, somewhere in there. So yeah, if I had the choice, I'd rather go 5x6. If I could get like a crone baler and a 5x6 setup, that'd be great. I do believe the crone rep that was with us that day, he was riding along and he said that, was it America, Canada, and Australia are the only countries in the world that really have 5x6 balers. Everybody else, I guess, has the 4x5s, which are nice for like loading and transport and everything else like that. For like loading our trailer with these was super nice because you knew exactly where to set them. But like I said, it's more trips in and out of the field and more fuel and yada yada yada. I mean, I could go on for hours about it. But that's all I had for this video, guys. I hope you appreciate it, and let's stay tuned for some nicer weather and probably more wrenching videos in the not too distant future. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, take it easy, keep in touch.
And now you know the rest of the story.